Mass communication today, in these digital times, has heightened connectivity, interactivity, and ubiquity. It is everywhere, every time, on demand. The convergence of mass media has been a transformative force, reshaping the way information is produced, disseminated, and consumed. From the traditional realms of print, film, television, and radio, the evolution through computers into a multimedia interactive realm accessible via social media in this digital age marks a revolutionary paradigm shift. The emergence of computers as a tool for media convergence initiated a significant revolution in how content is created and delivered. Initially, print media reigned supreme, serving as the cornerstone of information dissemination. However, the advent of computers facilitated the digitization of content, paving the way for convergence. Suddenly, texts, images, and sounds converged into digital formats, blurring the boundaries between previously distinct media forms. Film, once confined to theaters and scheduled programming, found a new home in the digital realm. Streaming services became the norm. Providing on-demand access to massive content has reached our homes, and also television. Television, which is already in our homes, are now in our pockets. The convergence of these visual media through computers democratized access, empowering individuals to consume content at their convenience, transcending geographical barriers and temporal restrictions. Simultaneously, radio underwent a metamorphosis, transitioning from traditional broadcasting to online streaming and podcasts. Through the internet and computer convergence, radio transformed into a personalized experience, offering a diverse array of programs catering to the niche interests, thus expanding its reach beyond terrestrial limitations. This convergence didn't stop at mere digitization. It propelled media into a multimedia landscape where the coming together of text, audio, images, and videos became the norm, and the rise of social media platforms further catalyzed this transformation, fostering interactivity and accessibility like never before. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you have TikTok, they became hubs for user-generated content, blurring the lines between producers and consumers. Individuals could now create, share, and interact with multimedia content in real time, amplifying the democratization of information dissemination. The interactive nature of social media platforms enabled not only a two-way, but a multi-way communication channel where feedback, discussions, and user-generated content became integral components of the media landscape. News stories break on Instagram, Twitter discussions unfold. The videos go viral on YouTube, reshaping not only how information spreads, but also how it's perceived and understood. Moreover, the convergence of mass media through computers into a multimedia interactive realm has ushered in a new era of accessibility. The ubiquity of smartphones and internet connectivity has ensured that information is at our fingertips. blurring the boundaries between formal and informal sources of information. This accessibility has empowered individuals to engage with a diverse range of perspectives, challenging traditional narratives and fostering a more inclusive discourse. However, while this convergence has brought numerous benefits, it also raises pertinent questions about information authenticity, privacy, and the potential for echo chambers within social media bubbles. The democratization of content creation has its pitfalls, often blurring the lines between fact and fiction, leading to misinformation and polarized opinions. The convergence of mass media through computers, evolving into a multimedia interactive landscape via social media in this digital age, signifies a monumental shift in how information is produced, consumed, and shared. Yes, as I have mentioned earlier, it has democratized access, amplified interactivity, and reshaped the very fabric of communication. So this seamless digital, integration of text, graphics, animation, audio, still images, the motion video that provide individual users with high levels of control and interaction. The emergence and the convergence of technologies is an ever-evolving landscape. Therefore, critical evaluation and responsible consumption of media and creation of media content become imperative in harnessing the true potential of this convergence for the betterment of society. And we are both consumers and producers of media content. And in being in this media landscape, there is great responsibility given to us. Much is asked of us. Let me go back to discuss this media landscape that has transformed in a big way the way we think and the way we conduct our everyday lives. The Industrial Revolution 4.0 means that the following are happening. Artificial intelligence, which is very popular AI, robotics, nanotechnology, quantum computing, 3D printing, Internet of Things, autonomous vehicles, energy storage, wearable devices, embedded sensors, microchip implants, and what is happening to the web. Web 5.0 means exponential growth. The web as a single operating system known as the telepathic web or symbionet web. 24/7 connected world. Interact transspatially, avatars, holograms, open intelligent web. And Edu 5.0 has redefined teaching and learning into diverse time and place, project-based, field experience, big data interpretation, changing concepts of exams, assessment, and evaluation. Digital repositories, MOOCs, massive open online courses, micro-credentials, OERs, or open educational resources, concepts of flexible, flipped, blended, remote, student ownership, and lifelong learning, and many more. With all this happening, it is therefore imperative that we discuss ethical implications of this complex landscape and critical digital media literacy, which means looking into analyzing and understanding the power structures that shape digital media representations and the ways in which people move and think to make meanings through dominant, oppositional, and negotiated readings of media. This means making sense of our world and making meanings. Sense-making is the process by which people give meaning to their collective experiences. It has been defined as a process that is retrospective, introspective, perspective, prospective, seeing the development of plausible images that rationalize what people are doing. Introspection, self-reflection, examination, and exploration. Having a life perspective. Life perspective is the way people see life, the way they approach life, grounded on their personal experiences. What we have to recognize is that individuals have different perspectives on life. But what is important is going beyond self and caring for how our communities and societies view and approach life. Critical thinking is at its core. Reflection, analysis, acquisition of information, creativity coming in, structuring arguments, decision-making, commitment, debate, conversation, and dialogue are all aspects of critical thinking. Then here are some ethical implications in the process. The importance of independent thought, guided with responsibility, transparency, and accountability. Knowing how to learn, listening, and to think about thinking. Asking the significant questions, making people speak for themselves. Hear their voices, most especially those voices that are not given space. Analyzing data, information, narratives, reflections. Very important. Theorizing, explaining, and adding your insights. And most important, sharing thoughts, ideas, narratives with creativity so as there may be more who will listen. In the process of analyzing and understanding power structures that shape digital media representations, it is most important to be asking the significant questions that can lead to having a clearer worldview. Example questions are, do we know what is happening around us? Do we know what we need to know to make sense of our world? Are we happy about existing conditions, about our lives and our planet? Do we have a worldview? Do we know who we are and where we are coming from? There are tremendous and massive amount of texts, ideas, concepts, constructs that oppose each other, that digital media carry and perpetuate. That is why we would want a critical mass of media content to push for continued discourse that constructs a worldview that would be making our lives more humane, passionate, caring, nurturing, empowering, inclusive, safe, and just. Because we care for our people and our planet. So, it is most important to deeply be concerned about consumption or reading and creation or production of text analyzed through looking at its subtext and context. Let's discuss this. Text. It is a direct and implicit meaning, the glyphs, characters, symbols, sentences, or figures, and then subtext. We often hear this phrase, reading between the lines. The sub refers to underlying. It is underneath the text. It is the underlying message that is not direct, which gives the reader information about characters, plot, and so on. Context, wow, very important. It helps us interpret and understand the story. It gives us an idea of the framework, background, environment, setting, surroundings of events or happenings, and helps us view the story as a whole. And with this is familiarizing with the study of signs, as in the following. So, icon. An icon is a sign that has a physical resemblance to the signified, the thing being represented, I mean. A photograph is a good example, as it certainly resembles whatever it depicts. That is what we call as an icon. So it's a lookalike. An index shows evidence of what's being represented. Example. The example would be let's say, a puddle of water that droplets create ripples, that we could say that visual means rain. So the sign that is indexical means rain. A symbol. What is a symbol? It is a sign that has no resemblance between the signifier and the signified, but is culturally understood. The traffic light with the red light on would mean stop to a driver. But does it look like a stop? Is it iconic? No. It's a symbol. So, but this red light, when people who are in the forest would look at it, the traffic lights may not mean much. So to the creators and consumers of texts, images, and sounds, we must take care of the meanings we create, the representations we make, the readings beyond the text, the symbols, signs, ideas, and images that socially construct our realities. The technology and the power it wields, that is so important. If we don't take care, we may be overwhelmed, deceived, misguided, and misled by fake news, identity theft, manipulation for profit, and the like. More so, as AI becomes a dominant part of our lives. Therefore, it is important to briefly discuss ethical considerations of artificial intelligence and the need for sustained critical digital media literacy. Artificial intelligence, AI, has revolutionized the technological landscape as it enters diverse facets of our lives. From predictive algorithms to autonomous systems, AI's influence is profound, raising ethical considerations that demand scrutiny. Among these, the notion of ethical responsibility in AI deployment and AI development. It is paramount. As such, critical digital media literacy is emerging as an essential tool in navigating this complex terrain. One fundamental ethical concern in AI revolves around biases ingrained within algorithms. Machine learning models reliant on historical data often reflect and perpetuate societal biases. It is critical digital media literacy that will compel us to recognize this issue, understanding that AI systems are not neutral entities, but reflections of human input. Recognizing biases demands meticulous scrutiny of training data, algorithmic decision-making, and ongoing evaluation to mitigate prejudices. Transparency and accountability are pillars of ethical AI. However, the inherent complexity of AI algorithms often shrouds decision-making processes, making it all very obscure. Critical digital literacy will urge us to demand transparency from developers and policymakers. We need to foster a culture where AI systems' inner workings are comprehensible and auditable. This comprehension enables informed scrutiny, empowering individuals to question and hold accountable the designers of AI applications. Moreover, the ethical dilemmas surrounding AI extend to privacy and data protection. AI's capacity to process vast amounts of personal data raises concerns about surveillance and the potential misuse of information. If we are equipped with critical digital media literacy as individuals, we will be able to navigate this landscape, understanding the value of data and advocating for robust privacy regulations. We need to have a proactive stance in questioning the collection, the storage, and utilization of personal information by AI systems. In the realm of employment and socioeconomic impact, AI's rapid advancement raises apprehensions about job displacement and exacerbation of social inequities. It urges policymakers to devise inclusive strategies that address the socio-economic ramifications of AI, ensuring equitable distribution of opportunities. Education. Education plays a pivotal role in fostering critical digital media literacy. Curricula must integrate AI ethics, enabling individuals to comprehend the ethical implications of AI systems. This education should not only focus on technological aspects, but also emphasize the social, cultural, economic, and ethical dimensions of AI. Ethical considerations in AI necessitate a multifaceted and a whole of society approach that prioritizes critical digital media literacy. It is urgent, a must, and understanding the ethical implications of AI demands uninformed, vigilant society capable of questioning, analyzing, and advocating for ethical AI development and deployment, which empowers individuals to engage in dialogue, demand accountability, and shape an ethical, conscious AI landscape for the benefit of all.